You're now rocking one-on-one with Raider Mystic. KPOV 88.9.
One-on-one with Raider Mystic. Yay!
To me, there are three things we all should do every day. If we do this every day of our life, you're going to have, what a wonderful, number one is laugh. You should laugh every day. Number two is think. You should spend some time in thought. And number three is you should have your emotions moved to tears. Could be happiness or joy. But think about it. If you laugh, you think, and you cry, that's a full day. That's a heck of a day. You do that 7 days a week, you're going to have something special.
You want sports content that you've never heard in your entire life? Check me out every Saturday morning from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. It's One-on-One with Raider Mystic. We sit down, we have a cup of coffee, and we break it down for 60 minutes one-on-one with a sports athlete. Traverse the universe with me of sports as we interview all walks of life. We are just getting started. The only sports talk show in Central Oregon. I'm your guy. It's One-on-One with Raider Mystic.
Lillard, long-range three, and it's good! At the buzzer! Damian Lillard!
Yes, y'all. Saturday, December 23rd. We are live and direct right here in the studio. Saturday, December 23rd, 2023. We almost in 2024. Can you believe that? That's crazy. And big show today, big show. It's my Christmas episode. Didn't think it would happen, did you? But we here. Crank a little bit volume here. All right. Excited. We have a couple big guests on the show today. Got Mr. Greenleaf, Shalif Perkins, straight from Faux Dub. He's going to join me here in just a moment. We also got Baker Raiderette. She's going to drop some Raider knowledge here at the mid-hour. Hey, if you out there and you listening, let me know. Hit me up. Let me know you're listening. I know we got Real OG. Got Mr. Travis Banks out there tuned in down in Arizona. Got to give a shout out to Grass Clippings. No, it's not just some grass clippings. It's an actual nighttime golf course down in Arizona, Tempe. Not like the vegetarian food tempeh, but you get what I'm saying, right? All right. Things are starting to heat up here in Central Oregon. Basketball season's kicked off for high schools. Everybody is just starting out. I saw Redmond High School already had 10 games. Redmond coming in at 7-3. Overall, it looks like the girls, all the girls squads have winning records, except Bend High at the moment. And the boys are just getting started. We have a big seasonal basketball tournament at Summit High School right after Christmas here. So shout out, happy holidays, everybody out there listening, tuned in, whatever holiday you experience and celebrate. Remember, you're tuned to 88.9 KPOV Bend. That's Bend, Oregon. Hear the breakdown, and then we'll get into it. I don't care what affiliation you are. This song got a little soul, though, you know what I'm saying? I like this breakdown. The notes, you know, they break through. All right. And that's my Christmas episode right there. That's all you get. I'm going to reach out to Mr. Greenleaf right now, give him a call. We're going to try this new phone line operational thing I got here. We'll see if this works, and we will be in the money. Here we go. Live radio. Seeing if we get Mr. Greenleaf on the phone with us here.
Hello?
Hey, Mr. Greenleaf. Good morning. How you doing? Oh, I guess that's not going to work. Hey, you there?
Yep, I'm there.
Okay. I had to do an on-the-fly adjustment here, but that's cool. We can do it. We can make it work. How's it going this morning?
Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Good morning.
Yeah.
Getting back.
Just waking up. You're in the LBC?
Of course. In the hometown.
Yeah.
Nice weather. A little cold, really.
Oh, yeah? What is it? Mm-hmm. Like a chilly 80? No.
Yeah, like about 56 or something.
Yeah. Yeah, I woke up with the ice on my windows. Had to warm up the car. Took a little longer because it's the Raider mobile I took in today, and that thing takes about 20 minutes for any heat to come into it.
Oh yeah, I got a truck too.
Yeah.
I don't know what's over there. Yeah, it take a minute.
Yeah, it takes a few minutes there. But yeah, man, big news in our world. This week, pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, it was major.
We just if you're listening and you don't know, Mr. Greenleaf and I together have a group called 4Dub, and we make music for the Raider Nation. And this week, randomly, the head coach of the Raiders shared one of our songs on his Instagram. And to my knowledge, I don't know, it sounds like he kind of naturally came across it. I don't know how he came across the song or why he likes it so much.
He's already my friend on my Facebook. He's from Long Beach. He went to the same junior high I went to.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And he got a little Compton ties too. So I'm saying the guy seems familiar.
Yeah.
All my friends in Long Beach know him.
Yeah.
When I went to go check after that, I said I'm gonna type his name in and add him as a friend on Facebook, and he was already my friend.
Yeah. He's he's a people's people for sure. Cool dude.
We should keep.
Yeah, one that we should keep.
First of all, the players like playing for him. And did you know, Mystic, we had no penalties against the Chiefs?
No penalties.
No penalties the whole game.
Yeah.
Against the Chiefs. Now, that's unheard of. He should just get a job for that.
Yeah.
And then we break records against San Diego, all those 69 points or whatever it was.
Hey, it's L.A., though. Remember, it's L.A. No.
Sorry.
I said,
still a butt whooping.
I say that every time. I accidentally call them San Diego. But
I said Diego, too. Oh, my bad.
South.
I'm sorry. Superchargers, we're sorry. San Diego Superchargers.
Yeah, in at Bourne, when we were watching that game, I was playing the San Diego Supercharger song in the background. So we were having some fun with that. But that was crazy. I mean, you couldn't even go to the bathroom because you were scoring another touchdown. And
yeah, that was exciting.
If you don't know what we're talking about the Raiders and Chargers game last week. It was a complete whooping on that one.
Feels good.
But Yeah, Coach.
Sean Marion being quiet now, so that's good.
Yeah.
I ain't heard him on TikTok.
Yeah. Not making any little memes and GIFs. But, yeah, Coach Pierce shared our 4-dub song, Ain't Nothing But a Raider Party. And it's funny that neither you or I really knew about it for days either. It took a couple people trying to let me know until I've really figured out what was going on. I'm like, dang, this is tough.
They were sending you DMs and you didn't know what it was?
Yeah, somebody from Ben sent me a link that had the picture had the picture, but I never clicked on it. So, I thought it was just like somebody happy about the Raider win. It was just, picture of Coach screaming Raiders. And I never clicked on it. He's like, Coach and 4-dub or something. And I'm like, I don't know what that means, but that's cool.
Yeah.
And then someone else from Bourne hit me up again and said, that's so cool that Coach shared your guys' song. I'm like, what are you talking about? I have no clue what you're talking about. And then I did some research and figured it out. So,
my man.
So pretty cool stuff. Awesome stuff. I was thinking about it today. So we as 4-dub have made like 8 albums, or you've made more than that. And we made songs for coaches. We made a song for Coach Jack Del Rio. We made a song for Chucky, for Gruden. And we've had a handful of other coaches in the same time period that we've done all that.
Tom Flores, kind of like Little Man, a little bit.
Yeah. And but now we got the younger guy, hip to technology.
Did you get the track I sent you for his song?
Yeah, I did. Yet you sent me a snippet.
Got more bounce.
Yeah. So I guess we got to get on that now too.
Why not? I think you're gonna hire him.
But yeah, you never know. This is as far as making music for a football team. You never know what direction the team's going with certain players or anything. So after we made a bunch of songs that included a bunch of players, we're like, oh, we can't be rapping about these players because they get traded and we lose them, and then the song doesn't mean
they get it. Antonio Brown was a big embarrassment. We made him a song so fast. We were so happy.
Yeah.
And he did us so wrong. And that song is on our album still.
Yep. So
one of those albums.
It's a history timeline of the actual the Raider team and the players that have been on it and are on it. So you can use it as a historical Wikipedia.
Yeah, that's what violators say. Guys got the book.
If you want to do a little research, listen to 2015 album. You get to know who was on the team.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So we got an exciting week coming up here. Football. There seems to be a lot more football coming up over the holidays. Same with basketball. They're really pushing a lot of pro sports on these holidays. But the Raiders and the Chiefs get Christmas morning. And
yeah, that's pretty deep.
That's going to be an exciting morning for Raider fans, and not as exciting for the family of the Raider fans that aren't really into football. But
we're about to have some fun with these guys.
Yeah, I think we could get them pretty good. I don't know.
Well, they kind of like, I'm not gonna say they weak because Patrick Mahomes is there, but they're not the same.
Right. Yeah.
And they still got great defense.
But
it's
yeah.
our time.
But yeah, after
it's not their time no more.
yeah. They're kind of coming out of their time, and they're relying on like Kelsey as like their dude.
And Kelsey want to just go with Taylor Swift and concert, and he don't want to play no more football.
Yeah, they got
for that man up.
They got
right Taylor.
They got the Swifties jerseys going, selling out there. Get your Swiftie jersey. But what teams do you see maybe making it to the Super Bowl?
Let's say Ravens and Frisco. That same game you're probably gonna see this week.
Yeah. You said Ravens and 49ers?
San Francisco.
Yeah. That rice-a-roni treat. Yeah.
Pretty tough teams.
Yeah. We'll see. Once the playoffs.
Well, who knows? Because see, they're going to play this week, Baltimore and 49ers, and Baltimore's going to beat them. That's what I just think. And so 49ers could be kind of like getting a little weaky there, but you got to watch the Rams now. The Rams will beat the 49ers.
Yep.
It's been like that.
Yeah, they're creeping. Pakua blowing up.
Stafford, Aaron Donald, they still there?
Yep. I know. I was watching. You see that interception that Derek Carr threw? Did you watch any of that game?
No.
He threw a little floaty, like he didn't see the guy or something, and I'm like, oh, I'm thankful we don't have that anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. I watched him a couple times. I was like, wow, I don't miss that part. He still ran and panicked and.
Yeah. There's a bunch of good parts, and then there's a couple bad parts. So, but wow, I saw where Aiden O'Connell is like in his first 7 starts is ranked like top 5 Raider quarterbacks so far.
Wow,
that's pretty crazy little stat for
So what do we do? This is our quarterback then, right? What do you think?
I don't know, man.
Slot him in the draft.
One of my only things with him is just like his legs. But yeah, you can if you can make it all work. But man, such a nice feature to have legs too.
Yeah, it would be nice what we've been through.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen the Carson Palmer, we've seen all that, but
the last quarterback was Campbell, and Campbell went undefeated in the AFC with Hugh, and then it was over. Al passed, and everything just changed.
Yeah, Campbell. That's when we beat Josh McDaniels in that 59-14 beatdown. That was like one of our last highest score. 59-14. Darren McFadden all over the place. Everybody was doing lots of big highlights, and we have some highlight reels of that game to our music out there on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
So we got some good history out there. But yeah, so you're thinking 49ers and Ravens maybe.
49. And my creeper is the Rams to come up and make it to the Super Bowl.
Yep. And this could be the some people thinking maybe the Cowboys might win a playoff game.
Or they might win a playoff game.
But
the Cowboys can't beat nobody real good, and they can't win on the road. So maybe they need home field advantage, and they're not gonna have that.
Yeah, and then they don't have that. But yeah, a lot of different things happening. This is where it heats up. Are you still alive in the fantasy football league?
Yeah, made it to the championship.
Oh, you're in the championship?
I'm always in the championship. Now, can I just win it? I never win it.
Yeah. I'm alive, and I made it. I had to beat my kid in the final game, and whoever won made it into the playoffs. So luckily I beat my child, and not in a bad way. Not in a bad way. We're talking fantasy football.
Oh yeah, you know they're about to call on you.
Send them. Send them over. Said he's beating his child. No, but in fantasy football, and now we hear. I'm gonna try to connect this one other way real quick while I got you here, just to see if I get this to work here. Oh, Travis is out there listening.
What's up, Travis?
Travis is down in Arizona now. And he was just hanging out with Steph Curry the other day. Steph Curry down at his golf course there, the night golfing in Tempe, Arizona. So a lot of good stuff there. Well, thanks, Mr. Greenleaf, Shalif, for joining me. You got anything else you wanna share or shout out?
Shout out to the Raider Nation.
Shout out to the Raider Nation.
Shout out to all the guys out there working hard, representing their teams.
Yeah.
Sweating in those outfits. Shout out to all the guys doing Raider music, all the women doing Raider music. Keep it going. We're unique.
I saw Gorilla has a little advertisement with Ford, where they tell his whole story on the commercial. Of how
they got some good commercials, man. Real commercials.
Yeah, it's a real commercial. It's like a 5-minute real commercial online. Maybe
one day they'll have Ford doing sports rap for the whole NFL. Who knows?
Oh yeah. That's
we'll stay with the Raiders.
That's an angle. Gotta give Goodell a call. Roger.
Yeah.
But
we got a little pull now. We said, our coach is playing our music, and it's in the Raiders locker room. So what's up with us?
Yeah, man, that would be dope to see. That would be dope to see all the players in there in that locker room. I was thinking about when we made a song for Jack Del Rio. Remember, we did something called Operation. I can't remember what it was called. Operation Raider something, and Grizz from the 66 Mob. Grizz is a good dude that was across the street. Rest in peace. In what was called Mob Alley across from the Oakland Coliseum. And he had access to the locker room, and he stuck one of our albums in each of the players' lockers. So he stuck a 4-dub album in everybody's locker at the...
you remember how many we gave him back in the days?
A lot.
we gave him 50 CDs, and he took them.
Yeah, and he
adding that stuff up like, wait, 50 times 10 is a. Oh, don't worry about
it. He was giving them to people at the front desk. He was giving them to people at the headquarters. We shot a music video at the Raiders headquarters for Jack Del Rio, and a song we had called "Forever Oakland."
Still plays.
That's an awesome track, and it was a lot of good times back then for sure. And
sometime back in the days, I think when the Warriors won the championship, somebody sent me a video of the parking lot, and they were playing Forever Oakland.
Yeah, during the
yeah, I was like, wow.
Well,
during the Golden State championship.
being a Trailblazer fan, I would have just had to shut that off. But that's cool. That's cool. No.
How you gonna shut it off when you own it?
I know. I'm just playing Warriors.
Look, I'm a Laker fan. Man, what they doing playing our song for them fools?
Yeah, no, that's cool. That's cool. That strikes to the heart for sure. Lots of love in that area for us.
Peace, Grizz. Miss you.
And sad to see that the that whole parking lot, the Oakland A's, Oakland Raiders, all that. I don't know what's it going to turn into now. I don't know. But that was a big part of that Bay Area history right there.
And you guys don't know, the Bay just is totally different. The people are different. Their swag is different, and it's all love up there. So I miss it.
Yep. Turned me on to all kinds of different barbecue, hyphy music, soul music.
Dancing, everybody could dance up there. But we get it.
Yeah, that's where I learned the Cupid Shuffle. Like, I'm like, what are all these people doing? I come from this little city in Bend. They don't all get together and do the Cupid Shuffle. But, all right, Shalif, I'm going to jump off. We're going to give Baker Raiderette a jingle and talk some more history.
Tell us hi.
So stay tuned in. I will. Yep.
What can I listen to it at? Send me the link to mine.
Yeah, you got to. Yeah, it's the website. If you go to kpov.org. Okay. kpov.org. There's a listen button right there. So.
I got it.
kpov.org. All right, bro.
Yep.
We'll catch you in a minute. Go Raiders.
Yes, sir. Got you.
All right.
Yep.
All right, that was Mr. Shalif Perkins, the producer and rapper of our group, 4Dub, over 8 albums for the Raiders, and it's been a run, I tell you that. And now we're gonna line up here in just a moment. We got want to give a shout out to a couple listeners we got. We got Joni from the CO out there on the east side. We see you. We see you doing your thing. But with ketchup is not just a sauce, it's a cat. We see you ketchup. Joni and ketchup over on the east side of the tracks. We got Rhoda. You know Rhoda? If you ever became a Raider fan, it would roll real nice off the tongue. Rhoda. Not like Roto-Rooter, but you see what I'm trying to do right there. Anyways, we might see you tomorrow, Rhoda. Not sure what the plan is. And Mr. Banks is out there. I know John's probably tuned in. And right here in just a moment, we're going to dial up and get Baker Raiderette on the call. She does a lot of information, shares a lot of knowledge on the Raiders. Big Raider fan at all the home games, all that stuff. And we're going to dial that one in. I enjoy being live on the radio on Saturday morning, feeling fresh, feeling good. Got a little fresh drink with me here. And it tastes good. All right. Well, I'm going to not delay any longer, but I gave you the quick local updates of the basketball situation. If you got a kid that's in sports or want your sport to be acknowledged or shared, feel free to reach out. Hit me up. RaiderMystic@kpov.org is the email. I'm out here. Always willing to throw some people in here and give them some airtime, let them talk about their sport, what they're doing. And at the moment, we are going to call up Baker Raiderette. Let's get her on the line, see if oh yeah, it still works. That's great. Great feature I got.
Hello.
Hey, Baker Raiderette.
How's it going?
It's going pretty good. How about you?
It's great. Yeah, I am happy to be here on this Saturday morning.
Saturday morning. Welcome. Where are you located right now?
I am in Pasadena, California right now. So no Vegas.
Okay. Little old lady from Pasadena.
That is me in a nutshell.
I know you're not old, though. I know you're not old.
Not yet, but every day.
But that's a good song. That's a good song. I don't know if you listened to it. I haven't heard it for about 10 years, but
it's a throwback.
One of my first concerts was a surf rock group, and I think I danced on the stage with them here at the high school, and it was my parents' group. They were called Jan and Dean.
Oh yeah,
you heard of them?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty big in the surf circle, but for some, they were kind of on a little bit of the edge, not nearly like as big as the Beach Boys, but if you knew, you knew.
Right.
So if you know, you know, and if you don't, you don't.
That's right.
But anyways, right on. Thanks for coming on the show. So if you don't know, Baker Raiderette, she's out there doing a lot of, I don't even know what you call that. What, like when you do social media posts and stuff, what would you call those?
I call that procrastinating from law school homework, but also
right.
I guess Raiders and other. I'm an LA sports fan, so Raiders, Dodgers, Kings, Lakers, history and culture. I try to share my love of history with everybody.
Yeah, it's not like, so it's not a meme, it's not a GIF. You're just straight dropping, like, you have your own channel, and you're just dropping, like, knowledge on what you're into.
I hope so, yeah. I get a lot of arguments, but yeah.
and that's what happens when you put yourself out there. You're out there, so you're vulnerable to anybody's opinion, which
that's true.
Not everybody's just like happy and happy, fun, cool people. There's a bunch of crazies that want to come back and say stuff or be not nice or whatever it might be. So kudos for sticking your neck out. And you've had all kinds of historical stuff. You've kind of popped up there on my timelines a few times, and then I see that you actually have, you got a lot of followers too.
That happened this year. I think because the Raiders have been on such a roller coaster ride. We scored 0 points and we scored 63 points the next week. And that is the biggest difference any NFL team has ever completed as far as like points scored in 1 week.
Yeah.
So I think people are kind of looking for like hope in a certain sense. And I try to be hopeful. I mean, you never know with this team. You really like, we could very well beat the Chiefs this week. We have no idea.
We have no idea. No idea. What team is going to show up? And, like, are we going to just, like, bum rush Mahomes and send him to Kermit the Frog heaven?
We're sending our own Muppet gang.
Do you have any historical knowledge of Patrick Mahomes being related to Kermit the Frog?
I need to dig more into that, but I definitely see, Muppet.
You see where I'm going with that?
Yes.
Uh-oh, here comes Max. But
we have a friend that brings a Kermit puppet to every Chiefs Raiders game.
It's real. That's real. Yeah.
Yeah. And the Chiefs fans, he always gives it away to a Chiefs fan because they always want it.
Uh-huh.
So
I mean,
clearly they're recognizing his heritage also.
Yeah, it's a real interesting. If no one understands what we're talking about Patrick Mahomes' voice. And no disrespect to anyone that has a different, strange kind of voice. You know, I like all people, all voices. But Patrick Mahomes has a very unique voice that kind of sounds like, hi-ho, Patrick Mahomes here. And, you know, he's got a unique thing. It's Mahomes. And then he's got his lady. You know much about his lady at all?
She's been, I think, more quiet. Who's not getting outshined by Taylor Swift, first of all?
Uh-huh.
We had a Taylor Swift karaoke contest
at
the Chiefs game in Vegas. Didn't go over great, but we gave away a jersey, so that was fun. But yeah, I feel like everyone that's associated with the Chiefs, wives, children, like, you're no one now because Taylor Swift is around.
Yeah, she has
I don't
taken
know how they feel about that.
The light. But I saw pictures of Brittany. That's Patrick Mahomes' wife. And Brittany tends to be pretty outspoken on Twitter. She sticks her head out there and then gets in arguments with people and stuff. But yeah, with the whole Swiftie thing, it's kind of, you know, that's what's taken over. But I saw where Brittany and Taylor were buds now too.
Yeah, they look like it. It must be fun to sit in a suite and watch your husband or boyfriends play.
Right. Hang out with the other people's boyfriends, husbands, whatever they are.
I'd be down to do that. Yeah.
You know, probably get free Bud Light or something.
Yeah. What do they drink in Kansas City? Like PBR?
Yeah, you know, it's not good. I know that. No disrespect. But yeah, Kansas City's a unique spot, man. I remember, like, you know, the one thing that kind of stuck out to me was a serious moment when the Black Lives Matter was like hitting hard, and people were kneeling during the anthem, and in Kansas City they were not having it as a crowd. They were booing loud with like Mahomes right there, you know. I'm just like, it just feels kind of disrespectful not to support the team. Now, I understand this conversation can open all different kinds of cans of things, but you know, as far as how it was taken by the country, Kansas City's a little bit different.
Yeah,
that's a big stadium too. That's a huge stadium.
I've heard, so I've never been. But what I've heard from people that I've like talked to about the game experience, there's two things that stick out. One is that you'll see people standing on cardboard boxes because it's so cold that the ground like is unbearably cold to stand on. So they stand on cardboard boxes.
All right, I'm taking notes. So bring a box.
Bring a box.
Bring a box. I've never been there. I want to go there.
Same. I definitely, like, I've heard, the other thing about the tailgating that I've heard, and this is like, I'm not going to go into like the big detail because it's kind of gross, but so people tailgate outside the stadium. They set up tents. They set up huge barbecue setups like all around the stadium, sometimes even miles out. And because they don't have access to like bathrooms, they set up their own set of like bathrooms and like things that they need. Yeah. And people are like, yeah, no, you kind of have to go with the flow because you're stuck in the middle of nowhere. Like there's no access to like restaurants or like anything. You're just there. You're just there.
You make your own porta potty.
Yeah, and like even in Oakland, like there were porta potties. So that must be pretty different.
Yeah. So yeah, bring a box and a bucket.
yeah, that's exactly what they do. Yeah.
Wow. All right. And it's cold. It's really cold in Kansas City right now, too. I don't know what the prediction. I haven't looked at the weather for this week's Raiders-Chiefs morning game, but I'm sure it's cold.
Yeah. I think, I mean, I don't know if it would be colder. Like, probably the coldest games are in Green Bay and Buffalo, I would think.
Right.
But yeah, I'm sure Kansas City gets down there. And then maybe like Gillette. Those are pretty brutal.
We had Lester Hayes come here to Bend a couple weeks ago.
How was that?
And he was comparing Bend, Oregon to Green Bay, saying it was a tundra. But we only had like a flurry of snowflakes for like 10 minutes. But
okay, yeah,
it was pretty funny. But no, it was a very unique experience. You know, unfortunately, after he showed up, he wasn't feeling well, so he had to go. We had to take him to the hospital.
Oh, shoot.
And he had a pretty good case of pneumonia. So.
Oh no.
So he ended up staying in Bend for almost 2 full weeks. And
wow.
He never got to do the events we did. And he was, with the aid of our awesome doctors and nurses, helping get him better. And I did, for those of you listening that have been following along on this whole ride and story, I spoke with him yesterday. And yeah, he's doing great. He is, he's on a handful of medicines, helping him get better. And he said he's no longer going to fish overnight all night in 25 degrees in the mountains from wherever he's at. So one thing, Lester, here's a fact for you, Baker, is Lester Hayes loves to fish. He's a big fisherman.
I had no idea. Wow.
So he was bummed out that he was going to miss a tuna fishing thing when we was in the hospital here. So he was in the hospital for almost 2 weeks, and it put me in kind of a unique position because we brought him up here to continue to check in and be there for him. So between me and a couple ladies in our Raider group, we were going to the hospital for a week and a half.
Wow.
And consistently checking in, and got to share a lot of personal time and miss a little bit too much work and got to hear a lot of classic Raider stories too.
Hey, you were working. That's wow.
Yeah.
Did you just star in your own Hallmark Christmas movie?
But there was one. I'm gonna share one really quick little one he shared with me.
Yeah.
That he was doing a Raiders softball team. There was like a post.
Oh, cool.
Old school Raiders, and they were touring, and they were doing these charity events, playing local softball teams in different cities. And it was like an all-star Raider cast, like Lester Hayes, Mike Haynes, John Matuzak.
Oh, nice.
All these guys. But he told me they were playing a team that had some kids on it too. But this one Charger fan was getting real lippy to John Matuzak.
Uh-oh.
Uh-huh. At the softball charity game, talking all this trash. And so Matuzak picked him up and carried him over to the garbage can. And he said the kid was like a third grader, somewhere around there, like the son of the dad that's being carried. And he's screaming at John Matuzak to put his dad down. Like, please put my dad down, blah, blah, blah. And Matuzak throws the dad in the trash can. And then the kid's still like screaming at Matuzak. So you know what he does next? He
puts him in the trash can.
He picks up the kid and puts him on top of his dad in the trash can. So, you know, that's probably not in the benefit of future Raider stories, but it's a story that happened. It's pretty classic. Matuzak is a classic
it definitely
character.
Tracks. Yeah, I and when you said softball team, I was like, oh, that was probably really competitive, and there was probably all kinds of shenanigans going on. So.
Oh yeah, and Matuzak, you know, classic character. If you don't know who he was a big boy for the Raiders. He was Sloth in the movie Goonies.
That's right. Yeah.
He had an acting career. He also was in Revenge of the Nerds.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
He's the big classic. He always wants to, you know, chase the nerds down. Nerds, get them!
Yeah, you better get out of the way.
You know, that's a good movie. If you haven't seen it yet, I highly recommend Revenge of the Nerds.
Absolutely.
But, that was a good classic story I got from Lester Hayes.
That's amazing. I mean, I'm glad he's feeling better, but, like, how amazing that you got to, like, spend so much time with him.
Yeah, it's a very unique little situation there that was not expected, and definitely have a bond also from that moment. And I already got some texts from some other Raiders regarding the situation. It's the first time Raiders have reached out to me. So
wow, how wild.
That's pretty exciting too. I'm like, what? Why are you hitting me up? Oh, you want to come here and do an autograph signing? That's cool.
Yeah. Could you be in the parade also?
But yeah, so going back, I saw something you did that you were claiming that Santa is a Raider fan?
Yes. I did a lot of research in this field. And because first of all, I am a history buff, and I my grandmother wanted to be an archaeologist, and she never got to be an archaeologist. And I originally thought I wouldn't be like a history PhD, I'd be an archaeologist for like in honor of her. So when I was in college, I went to this region of Turkey on the Mediterranean Sea and did an archaeological dig underwater. Like we had to scuba dive to bring out, we were basically looking at a pirate ship, and that was like the coolest thing ever. And so I thought to myself, like, well, Saint Nicholas, this bishop that was basically like the first Santa figure that we know of in another culture around the world, was this person that kind of like Jesus. He hung out with people that like weren't necessarily desirable in society, and he gave away gifts, and he would take care of children that were sick, and he was from this region. And I was like, well, he obviously would interact with pirates. Okay. So he was probably a Raider fan. I ruled out that he was a Buccaneer because Buccaneers are not associated with that region. They're more like an English kind of pirate. So I was like, in case I got any questions. Like, he's a Raider.
Dividing the pirates. I see. Right. I see what you did there.
So we ruled that out. So he's definitely he's interacted with Raiders. And then I looked at, there's this really cool, if you want to track Santa on his journey, starting probably at the end of tonight, right. There's this website that's run by I think the U.S. Department of Defense.
It's NORAD, right?
NORAD, yeah. It's really cool. They use this mapping, like Google Earth basically, to show you where Santa is, where he's going next. And if you look at the destinations, he obviously he has to start where it's December 25th already. Or it's almost going to be December 25th. So he starts in Australia, the South Pacific, and he comes over our way, and he goes to the West Coast basically last. I figure, like, I know he lives at the North Pole, but, like, he probably has a vacation home in, like, LA or Las Vegas, so he would be a Raider fan.
Oh, he's got the vacation home.
Right. Yeah, I mean, he's going to, like, if I were Santa and I had a big night, I would want to, like, end up, probably in Vegas the next day, and then I could party and chill out by the pool.
Santa. Yeah, and I saw that breakdown there, and you did a pretty good breakdown of the whole journey. And yeah. And I've been an avid NORAD user of watching Santa, having a couple kids myself, so it's been a big deal in the past, more so, of following his journey across the earth. And then, and you said that he came into that triangle between the Bay Area, Los Angeles, and Las Vegas. From the Bay to L.A. to Las Vegas. I'm a Raider.
It's probably what he listens to.
Yeah, no doubt. He's probably listening to some Bay Area hyphy stuff.
Absolutely.
Does he ghost ride the
reindeer?
He probably ghost ride the sleigh.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's an image I see now. But that was exciting. So yeah, just out of the blue, you're dropping this knowledge. I don't even know where it's coming from, but I get your explanation. Pirate, you were scuba diving. Is that correct?
Yes. I'm not a huge, I'm an earth sign, so I'm not like a huge water person, but I did enjoy like the, like being in that region and looking at like trying to, figure out what all the artifacts were. I think that was more fun for me. But, that's exactly where I actually visited the church that was for St. Nicholas. And it's full of, you can buy all kinds of Santa, like memorabilia in that town. It's pretty cool.
Okay. Yeah. Old school stuff.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The only cool local church, we had a 24-hour Church of Elvis here in Portland, Oregon.
Yeah.
That I used to always go to every time I hit Portland.
Excellent.
But I don't think that guy's around anymore. But
that's too bad.
And I've seen Elvis popping up at Raider games now too.
Yeah, I love that. I was actually born on Elvis's birthday, so I'm a big Elvis fan.
Big Elvis, yeah.
Yeah, but we have a couple of Elvises. We do have a Raider Santa. So he, I think, is probably working for, the big Santa and like wants to make sure that no 49er fans like, well, you wear red. So, so he was on the Jumbotron. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we have a couple Santas. I don't know who's still around or what's going on, but I had a great time with one of the Santas in San Diego it was the second to last game at Qualcomm. And it was we were hanging out with Violator and Gorilla Rilla. And yeah, I think it's just straight Raider Santa is what he was going by. I know. Yeah, I think he's from the San Diego or that area, or maybe I could be wrong. But it's hard to keep up and keep all these facts straight,
Right. And Santa is elusive. He's everywhere. So
yeah,
that's why we have NORAD.
Yeah, it was a cool moment in this San Diego. It's where we totally blacked out the Qualcomm in the second to last game. It was like 80% Raider fans, and the place was sold out, and Charger fans were complaining all over the place. Of course. And Violator, I think Violator for sure. He was trying to get into the game, but he had so many people wanting pictures, of course, pictures. We need more pictures. And so 4Dub, myself and Shalif, was Violator's private security crew, and we pushed through all the people and got him into the game. So we also double as a security crew if anyone ever needs any help getting into a game.
You guys do it all.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
That's amazing.
We call ourselves the United Nations of the Raider Nation.
Wow, yes. We need to do a video about that.
Yeah, we just we promote peace. We want all the clubs to get along, all that stuff, you know. So,
are you going to pick the next head coach?
We don't have the power at this moment, but the fact that Coach AP shared our song, I'm leaning 110% towards AP for the next coach. You know,
let's do it.
I'm really interested in the possibility of the experiment of going with somebody that everyone loves and going with some. Yeah, there might be a few lessons along the way, and I don't know, like some of these old school guys, like the Harbaughs and the Grudens and the, I mean, how are they that much more of a mastermind? I don't know. We just put up 63 points. I know the Chargers were kind of a wounded dog at that point, but still it's still professional athletes. Anybody should have the ability to fight any given Sunday.
Right.
And I mean the vibe, right? McDaniels out the door, and it was nothing but a Raider party. They went in, they're smoking cigars, shooting baskets. Come on. It looked like they were like free at last.
That was the most eventful Halloween night I've ever had in my life. And I was in bed and then got the news. Yeah. And was up until 3 a.m. Yeah. But I'm with you. I mean, first of all, I think I look at the other coaches around the league that are kind of beloved, and I think they do a good job hiring other people. They don't necessarily have to be the mastermind themselves, so that'll be important. And I just can't help really wanting him to stay. He's just got that Raider attitude that we've been missing.
Oh yeah, I mean he made my heart melt when he was in his first presser telling me he's listening to NWA on the way to the LA Coliseum. I mean, I knew he was he just took all of our hearts at that moment.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm like, what? He's like, I'm straight out of Compton. Yeah. And I'm like, you are straight out of Compton too. And grew up down in that whole area in Long Beach. Coach for Long Beach Poly, all that stuff. So a lot of roots to the West Coast, What he drives his. I'm not sure if I'm correct on this. What do you know? What ride he drove into the Coliseum for one of his first games?
I think it was an Impala.
Yep, I think you're right. I was going to say Impala. I didn't want to say it wrong.
Right. No, I'm like someone will DM me and correct.
Yeah.
But I think it was an Impala, and it was so cool. It was just like the essence of being a Raider fan from Compton in like
West
80s.
Coast.
Yeah.
You can hear the Dr. Dre in the background. You can you might have just stopped by a flea market or something and picked up a bunch of new gear from any of our buddies selling stuff. But yeah, good times. Well, we're at our final minute here. Baker, thanks for joining me again.
Thanks for having me.
Second time.
Love it.
Appreciate your knowledge. Appreciate your little videos you put out there. Entertaining, fun to watch. For those of you that don't know, she's out there, goes by Baker Raiderette. Shows up all over the place. And that's about all I got. Anything you want to shout out? You got about 15 seconds.
Happy holidays. Beat the Chiefs.
Happy holidays and beat the Chiefs. I know today was a All Raider episode. Hope you guys had a good time, and we'll see you soon.
Thanks.